All right, everyone. I wanted to do something a little new today, and that's make a video while I'm driving. So I will be more focused on the road than I am on the well, I'd say on the video, but on looking at the camera. But I've seen a lot of other a lot of other YouTubers making videos like this, and not that I prefer to do it this way, but this is the time I have to do it, and this is when I wanted to make the video. So I just dropped our kids, or one of my kids, and 3 of her friends off at the youth group. Sorry for the getting out of the view there, but just dropped them off to go to the high school youth group gathering, and it is going to be a little bumpy, so sorry about that as well. But and I'm on my way home and putting the lesson together for tonight. I have it mostly done when I finish it when I get home. And even better than driving and distracting me that way is I have a fly flying around me and bothering me, getting on my head. So I'm gonna fight the urge to try to swat at that as I'm talking here. You may see it. I don't know if it's enough to see, but it's bothered me a lot. And I rolled down the window a few times here to get it out before I started the video, but I couldn't get it. So anyway, this week's lesson is on finances. And the main goal for the first half of the week, let's say, is to just talk to your kids about finances. Just talk to them. If you're anything like me, which I say this in the lesson, I grew up not being taught anything about finances. And that's not saying anything bad about my parents. My parents taught me a lot of stuff. In fact, a lot of the life skills that I think people don't understand, especially on the mental side of things, my dad did teach me. So on a side note, I do live out in the country, so I don't really pass a lot of cars. And of course, I am focusing more on the road, so it shouldn't be too bad here on being distracted. And of course, you can see that I'm not looking at the camera much. But I'm not in a city driving around with 1,000 cars everywhere. Occasionally a car passing me, but not much. Anyway, but we didn't talk about finances much. And I am trying to teach my kids about finances, which in Thursday's lesson will go into what I do with my kids when it comes to finances. My 14-year-old just started a job, so we're starting her out early on habits, the habits of what to do with your money. But before you even get to that is, again, just talk to your kids about finances. The big one is income levels. Also, driving in the country, roads aren't the best here, so that's why it's a little more bumpy. But especially talking to your kids about income levels. And what I try to teach my kids is about different jobs have different income levels. Because most kids will go into, let's say they're in high school, they're looking at college careers, and they're not looking at the income levels that they get from that they'll get from whatever job they're going to choose. So a big one for me is teachers. And this isn't putting teachers down. It isn't putting anything down to do with teachers, with their income levels. I don't even want to really, well, I was saying I want to talk about it. I guess I have to a little bit. But to be quite honest, teachers are the career that I hear complain the most about. It's going to be bumpy right here going over a bridge, about their incomes. And it's not I'm not even here arguing that teachers should or should not be paid more. That's not what this video is about. Sure, I mean, do I believe they should? Probably, yeah. But the issue is, do they? And the answer is no. So if your kid is interested in being a teacher, discuss income levels with them so when they get to that point, they're not complaining. And I'm not saying that all teachers complain. Now I'm going over the interstate and overpass, but I'm not saying all teachers complain either. But that's the income level I hear complaining the most. I think my van, we have a sensor that's going to beep when I turn left. There you go. But they're the ones that complain the most, I think. And so my point is, if they understand that, and to be quite honest, Luke is a teacher. Luke, I've never heard complain about his income level. And he talks about this as well, saying you knew what you were getting into when you went to be a teacher. You knew the income level you were going to have. You knew exactly what within just a very small margin, you knew what you're going to make at year 5, at year 10, when you retire, whatever it is, minus whatever some sort of increases would be, and then but you probably even knew what you could make if you went on to get the other degrees that teachers can get to increase their income. And a lot of them still complain. And again, this video isn't necessarily about teachers' incomes, I guess. It's more about talking to your kids about finances. If those kids knew their income level before they went into that, and before they racked up the college debt to be a teacher and took out 80 grand in college debt to go make $45,000 a year, honestly, I feel like that's a bit of a failure on the parents' level of talk to your kids about their income levels, what their potential incomes are going to be, but also talk to them about their bills. And a lot of kids aren't finding this out until, whether they're teachers or something else, they're not worried about budgeting. They're not worried about their finances until they have that job, and then they have the new car and their apartment lease, their rent payment, or wherever they're staying, and maybe some other nice things that they've been wanting to buy and waiting to buy until they get their first job, and now they're in debt, and then they start to figure out finances. So start the habits early in their lives. And I am pulling into my house and everything's blocked, so I have to park at the back of the driveway. But start there, or talk to them about their finances before they get into the debt, before they have the issues, and get it done early and get their habits started early. So that's going to be all for this video. I just pulled into my house, want to get inside, and we have a meeting here, soccer board meeting. So anyway, talk to your kids about finances. Please, please, please like, subscribe, and follow. That's the best way for these videos to get more traction, to get more people to see them. Let me know in the comments how you're talking to your family. How do you talk to your kids about finances? How do you set all of that up? So, but again, follow along here. And most important though, if you are not following us on our website and not getting our newsletters, go to these16things.com, sign up for our free newsletters, get a couple lessons each week. Thanks for watching.